A very good afternoon wherever you're watching us from, and thank you so much for joining the broadcast. It's exactly a few minutes from the top of the hour, and my name is Clifford Ogonda. Find us on all our social media platforms at Cityscope TV and also at Clifford Ogonda. And these are some of the stories lined up for you. National Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi has accused the United Opposition of introducing non-existent clauses into the 2026 financial bill to incite the public. Mbadi maintained that the tax bill is designed to ease the burden on taxpayers, inciting all the claims that are made by the opposition are politically motivated and aim at misleading Kenyans. He has instated that the call for an objective and informed analysis for the money bills as debated over the proposed legislation continues.
Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, tell the people of Kenya the particular clause in the bill that we submitted to the National Assembly, which is being discussed now publicly, where it has touched on taxation of land or freehold or leasehold.
Quite something, but I have heard you, and I have heard the many Kenyans who have talked.
We are saying we are replacing that, all that complicated system, with a simple one, where you bring the phone, there is no tax, there is no charges, there is no levy, but the time the phone is bought and is being activated is when you pay one single tax, that is excise duty at 25%. This did not make it to the finance bill and is still being explored by the technical teams. The National Treasury remains committed to maintaining a balanced fiscal framework that supports revenue mobilization, economic growth, investment, innovation, and long-term economic sustainability.
Moving on, the Orange Democratic Movement has hinted that it may not field a presidential candidate in 2027 general election. Party leader Oburu Odinga announced that he will instead defend his senatorial seat in Siaya. Speaking during an aspirant meeting held on Monday, he further stated that a coalition with the United Democratic Alliance is imminent, assuring supporters of ODM will secure a significant stake in the next government. Meanwhile, party chairperson Gladys Wanga confirmed the official dropping of the Linda ground tag, adding that a dissenting faction now operates as a splinter group for the party.
Siaya County and defending my seat. Winning in the coming government means we are going to form a coalition with our partners in the broad-based arrangements. And in this partnership, there is competition within. And that competition must be won through numbers. If you people don't unite and don't work hard, don't expect any big share.
And when we go onto that table, it has to be a 50-50 arrangement. Because ODM is the largest party south of Sahara and north of the River Limpopo. And we can only find those opportunities if we are in power. And if we have negotiated properly for our party, the ODM party.
Now we are here today, and you've told us very clearly that ODM is going to the negotiation table as an equal partner. So we want it to be this way as the young people of this party. That if the president comes from UDA party, the deputy president must come from ODM. And that one must be put into consideration.
The voter registration is ongoing.
So when you do your poster, when you do your materials, it's ODM. And the color is orange. Anything else is a splinter. And the party ODM.
Families of victims killed in force against demonstrators. Addressing the press on two of the victims, revealed that they died from excessive bleeding amid allegations that some of the killed were not actively participating in the demonstrations.
She's a good girl. Mimi naomba serikali ifuate hiyo maneno kabisa. Ifuate hiyo maneno kabisa. Hiyo mtu alifanya hiyo kitendo inafaa.
Enough already. Yes. These killer cops have become too much. Yes. Murko.
Hakuna kitu imeendelea. Ndio mbaya sana. Mtoto amekufa tu kwa mikono ya daktari na pesa.
Moving on, the government of Kenya has raised concern over the rising number of missing children, with reports indicating that the average of 23 children go missing every day. In an effort to reverse the trend, the government has directed all the cases of missing children be reported in exactly 24 hours before filing a report. Authorities say the new directives is aimed at improving response times and increasing the chances of locating missing children safely and quickly.
I say don't wait for 24 hours, don't wait for 48 hours. Report immediately. You report to the police, you report to the children's department, whichever one comes faster.
And everybody will be accountable. If it is reported to the children officer, we shall ensure again an OB is follows up, because a case can only be investigated where there is an OB.
We have established a multi-agency approach, bringing together security agencies, including Directorate of Criminal Investigation, Anti-Human Trafficking and Child Protection Unit, the Ministry of Health, and we shall all be answerable. We can't be having these negative reports every day. Children are our heritage. There are 44,000 children in our charitable institutions who are being taken care of by the government, and we want the parents with missing children to get in touch with the State Department for Children's Services, who will guide on the process of identification and reunion with their lost children.
And in other news, President William Ruto had his security reinforced earlier in Kilifi and Mombasa counties following a shakeup in the presidential escort leadership. The adjustment came a day after an incident in Kilifi County in which an individual breached the presidential security and accessed the head of state. Report says additional officers were deployed for crowd control as the president commissioned development projects and continued campaigning activities in the coastal region.
Munasema tuungane ama tutengane? Wale wanasema tuungane nione kwa mkono, wala wanasema tuungane. Na nimesema hizo mashamba sasa zikatekatwe ndani ya siku 90. Title deeds 200,000, 200,000 tunakuja kupatiana hapa watu wa pwani waishi kama wa Kenya wengine.
President Ruto and all of us do not believe in interfering with democracy. We do not believe in election rigging. We stand for free, fair, transparent elections.
Sisi tunachagua viongozi kwa sababu ya matendo yao, na sisi wewe na rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya mmetufanyia mambo mazuri katika eneo hili letu.
Meanwhile, retired President Uhuru Kenyatta has condemned ethnic profiling remarks made by UDA Secretary General Hassan Omar and urged politicians to avoid trouble reckless statements, warning that such rhetoric could trigger a repeat of the 2007-2008 post-election violence. Speaking during a Jubilee delegates meeting in Kiambu County, Kenyatta reminded Kenyans that he had previously cautioned against electing then-President, the Deputy President William Ruto, and called on voters to remain vigilant in future elections. The former head of state stated also urged President Ruto to reduce taxes, urging that high taxation is driving public dissatisfaction and anger among citizens.
Na wanaongea mambo ya kuchochea, mambo ya kulete vita, mambo ya kugonganisha Wakenya. na hakuna mtu ambaye anasimama hapo kusema msiongee vile mnaongea. Ni vizuri tuambiane ukweli, kwa sababu tusipoongea ukweli tutarudia makosa ambaye tumefanya nchi hii. Na ya mwisho tuliyaona mwaka wa 2007. Tusifikirie kwamba hiyo mambo ilianza hapo hapo. Ilianza kwa maneno kama haya ambao watu wanaongea. Kama kwa ukweli tunapenda nchi yetu, usiruhusu mambo haya yaendelee. Wenzangu, issue ni simple. Watu wanapiga kelele kwa sababu wanasema, jameni, mimi ni mtu ambaye mshahara wangu kwa mwezi ni shilingi 20,000. Hiyo 20,800 inaenda kwa petroli peke yake, kwa matatu kuenda na kurudi nyumbani. 12,000 inaenda kwa nyumba ambaye nimekodesha. Nimebaki na 2,000.
The president has done is, retirement is not house arrest as somebody said here. Si rais aende kujificha chini ya kitanda, asitembee na mambo kama hayo.
That you have got an army behind you. Sleep knowing that you have an army of Kenyans behind you and will defend you at whatever cost.
Mambo sijui dynasty hustler imewaletea nini? Yeah? Imewaletea nini? Kigeria komwera inywe. Eno barabara murathie.